get started. I titled this, What Every Man Wants. We went back and forth with a couple of titles, but we solidified this one, and it's What Every Man Wants. You know, my wife and I, we sit down and we do marriage counseling for couples and married couples, and over our 15 years of doing this, we've noticed a lot of different trends. Women are saying some of the same things about what they desire for their husband, and women are saying some of the men are saying some of the same things what they desire for a wife. And I've capsulized this, and I've made this 10 things that every man desires. This is what he's looking for when it comes to trying to find a wife, when he's looking for a mate. He doesn't want somebody that's just been tossed around and foolish behavior, can't balance money. Every man that I've talked to over my 15 years of ministry and premarital counseling and sitting down talking with couples, this is what men are asking for. And so women, I'm giving you an insight on what a man wants when he looks for a wife. One of the most important questions I get when people ask me, Bishop, man, you and your wife, y'all been together for 18 years. Why is it that you don't cheat on her? You'll be surprised at the amount of questions I get like that, because people think it's unnormal or it's not natural to be monogamous, and they believe that they can't just love one woman, but you can. You can. If you see these 10 characteristics in a woman, you will not leave her. You will not cheat on her, because those things, like my mom said, my mom used to always say, the good outweigh the bad. And so you'll begin to pay more attention and focus more of your attention on the good. And when you see that the good outweighs the bad, you will not want to gamble your future, your relationship on something else. So I want you to pay attention to this teaching, because it's very powerful, and make sure you look at this right here. But now this is what every man is looking for. So like I said, people ask me all the time, they say, well, man, why don't you cheat on your wife? Is it that my wife is the most beautiful person I know, inside and out. I love my wife. I'm physically attracted to her, mentally attracted to her. I mean, she turns me on, every part of me. I mean, it just comes alive when I'm around her. But to say that my wife looks like some of the models that you see, or to say that my wife looks like some of the beautiful women out there. I mean, just think of them. I mean, I think my name come to mind right now is Sanaa Lathan. I think she's a beautiful woman. Angela Bassett. Oh, Angela Bassett is now 60. I think Angela Bassett is a beautiful woman. I mean, I really do. But would I risk my relationship on a Sanaa Lathan? Would I risk my marriage on an Angela Bassett, even if I had doorway and entry to get to those women? Because, I mean, like I said, I live in Atlanta, man. I used to work at Morehouse College. Right across the street from Morehouse College is Spelman College. Nothing but women. Clark, Atlanta, nothing but women. And you see some beautiful women there. So what makes me come home every day to what I have? And I want to let every woman know that it is not your looks. It is not how well you put it on him. I know a lot of people say, old women used to say, if you feed them good and you have sex with them all the time, they'll stay with you. That is not true. They'll eat your food, screw you, and then go out and sleep with somebody else. They will. Sex and food, that does not make a man stay. It's a benefit. It's a plus. But that is not going to make him stay with you. That is not going to make him stay loyal to you. It's not. It is not. No matter how well you look, you can go work out every day. You could look like you just stepped out of the cover of Jet swimsuit issue of the week. And he could look at you and say, man, she looks really, really good. But it is not your looks that's going to keep him coming home every day. It's not. It's not how well you look. It's not how much you eat. It's not how much you put it on him. You can do it to him every day of the week, 7 days a week. It's not going to make him stay. Here is what every man is looking for. This is what they want right here. Number one, Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. It says, who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trust her. The number one thing that a husband wants is somebody he can trust. He wants somebody he can trust when it's good, when it's bad, when I can pay the bills, when sometimes we're falling short, when sometimes things are not working out the way they should be working out, and he's trying to build something. He wants somebody that can trust him. Not what do you want? Trust him with the secrets of his heart. Trust him with the integrity of the home. You're not going outside of your home gossiping, tearing your husband down, telling everything that goes on in your household. You're not doing that. You're guarding your home. You don't tell your mama everything that goes on in his home. He doesn't want that. No matter how good you look, he doesn't want that. He wants somebody that he can trust, and somebody that when the rubber meets the road and everybody has walked out on me and everybody has betrayed me, I got somebody that I can trust. I remember years ago, I'll tell this story everywhere I go. I used to pastor a church in Prattville, Alabama, and we had got really bad. Well, it was just down to two people, my wife and myself. And I would get up and I would preach to a building full of empty chairs. Nobody was in there, just me and my wife. And I promise you, my wife would get up and she would grab the microphone and she would say, good evening, everybody. And there was nobody in the building. I tear up every time I think about that. And I think about those days. I know I got a soldier. I call my wife my ride or die. That's what a husband wants. He wants a ride or die. When it's not working and it seems like it's never going to work, can he trust you in the trenches of life? That's what he's looking for. Number two, he wants a wife that does good and not evil. I tell my wife all the time, and it's going to sound like a bragging session on my wife because honestly, I see my wife in this text. And I'm not just trying to brag on her, but I'm bragging on what God has gave me. And I see my wife in this text. It says she does good. Look at verse 11. Verse 12. It says she does good. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. A man doesn't want a woman that's vindictive, out to get him. You do that, then I'm going to do this. If you do this, I'm going to do that. I used to tell my wife all the time, I said, honey, even if we were not married, I would still want to be your friend because she does good. A husband wants a wife, a woman that does good, not vindictive, not out to get him, not a liar, not a cheater. He wants somebody that does good. Number three, the third thing a husband is looking for is a prayer warrior. Somebody that's going to pray for him. You find that in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 15. It says, she also rises while everyone is asleep and she also rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and the portion of her household and married servants, and she also prays for them. That's what they want. They want a prayer warrior, somebody that's going to pray for them when times get rough. Number four, a man is looking for somebody that's resourceful. You find that in chapter 31. It talks about how she provides, that was verse 15, I apologize, how she provides for her household and her manservants by the things that are in her hands. It says she considers a field and buys it from her profits. She plants a vineyard. She girds herself up with strength and strengthen in her arms. She's very resourceful. A husband wants somebody when he comes home and he brings that check into the house, somebody that's going to take that paycheck and they're going to make it multiply. That's resourceful. That's resourceful. The sixth thing a man is looking for is somebody that plans for the future. Look at Proverbs chapter 31, verse 21. It says, she is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household is clothed in scarlet. She's not afraid when the snow comes. And so what that really translated means is that when hard times come, and they will, when challenging times come, and they will. She's already provided. She's made a plan for when bad things are going to come. She doesn't take everything that comes into the house and spends everything. The husband makes $100, and then you spend $150, and then you're living off the negative amounts and overdraft protections, and the accounts are all crazy and wild, and you can't have anything to pull from when times are hard. A husband wants a woman that is resourceful and that plans for the future. Here's the big one, and men, they would never admit this. They would never admit this because at the core of who we are, we're really vulnerable and we're really fearful when challenging time comes. But a man wants a wife that's going to be his number one cheerleader. Every man wants that. That little boy on the inside of them. Look at Proverbs chapter 31, verse 23. Look at this. It says this: her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. The husband he knows that my number one cheerleader, my number one fan is my wife. Because they want us to, we want to hear that now. All of us got some kind of ego in our own little way. We got a little ego thing that we're dealing with right there. And we want to make sure that our wife can support that. Number 8, what a man wants is, we want some correction too. We want somebody that's going to tell us the truth. We want some correction. Look at this. It says, Proverbs chapter 31, verse 26. It says, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. We want correction, but here's what we want, because we all got egos now. They'll never tell you that. We got ego. We want you to correct us in love. You know more than us. You're smart. We know that. I mean, women are smart creatures. I mean, they're smart. And sometimes we don't have it all figured out. We want to act like we got it all figured out. Sometimes we'll just jump out there and we'll do things, but we really want somebody to say, baby, have you thought about that? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Have you looked at it this way? Have you looked at it that way? We want somebody to correct us. We want correction, but we want correction in love. We don't want a fault finder. We want somebody that's going to correct us in love. Number 9, every husband wants a woman that their children thinks that their mother is Superwoman. They want that. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 29 says, and her children will call her blessed. We want a superwoman now. We want everybody in the house think mama can fix anything. Everybody in this house, they think my wife can fix everything. I tell them, I said, look, I'm good with my hands too, but that's what men want. We want somebody that stand along our side. We want somebody that our children say, man, my mama. You know, think about that as a husband right now, man right now. It does your heart good when you can always say, I can go to mama's house. You'll never say you can go to dad's house now. No, dad paid all the bills, right? But you'll never say, I can go to dad's house. You always say, when things get hard, when things get tough, I can go to mama's house. And she gonna help me talk it through. Mama gonna provide a place of safety. Mama is gonna provide a safe harbor. Mama is gonna love me back to health. That's what a husband wants. He wants his children to be able to say, I can always go to mama's house. Lastly, every man wants a woman that loves God more than he loves him. We'll never admit that, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Every man wants a wife that loves God more than she loves him. Why? Because I always say this, if she loves God more than she loves me, she's going to automatically love me because she loves God. And she don't want to she don't want to have a bad relationship with her relationship with God. Every man wants a wife that has a strong, firm, found relationship with God. That's it, guys. Proverbs chapter 31.